Hello everyone, it's me Jamie. Welcome to another video. So today I cannot believe I'm doing this, but I'm doing my October TBR. So I've picked out 8 books that I want to read in October, and yes, they are all kind of like Halloween, like spooky, just kind of like dark vibes themes. Yeah, I am trying to go with like the classic October like spooky vibe, and I feel like that's fine. I'm really excited to read all of these books. I have chosen 8, but I'm not like super pedantic when it comes to my TBRs. I don't feel super bad if I like don't stick to them. My TBRs are more for just like a general idea of things that I want to get to, but I'm not gonna like beat myself up if I don't finish them all or if I like read something else. That's absolutely fine, but I just wanted to share with you what I'm leaning towards for October. And yeah, without further ado, let's just get into my selections for my TBR. So the first book I definitely want to read is Home Before Dark by Riley Sager. I have read 3 out of Riley Sager's 5 books, I believe. And so this is one that I definitely really want to get to. It's not his most recent release, but I think it's like the second most recent. I think it came out last year. And I don't really know anything about it, but I bought this copy recently and I just love the cover and like, yeah. So yeah, I haven't heard like amazing things about this book. I know that a few of my friends really prefer his like older backlist, but I'm still excited to read this. I probably, with Riley Sager, I feel like he's an author that I would probably read anything from because I have enjoyed like so many of his other books. Basically, this is about a girl who, when she was really young, she lived in this like Victorian manor, and then something really scary happened where her family had to flee in the middle of the night, and then her dad like wrote a memoir, like a book about it, about this supposed like haunted house. Now our main character, like, it's 25 years later, she's like in her 30s, and she's going back to this house, and she doesn't believe a single thing in her dad's book, but she's going back to the house and she kind of starts to realize that maybe her skepticism wasn't entirely like correct. Like maybe there are some spooky things that happen at this house. I just think this sounds really exciting. I love the vibes, love a haunted house, and really excited to eventually read this. I'm also really excited on reading some more kind of like classic gothic horror literature. So I really want to read We Have Always Lived in the Castle by Shirley Jackson. This is a book that I've had on my shelves for such a long time, and I feel like this would just be like a really nice, spooky little scary story. It is like very thin. I don't really know anything about it, but I think we follow this like family, and one of the like family members kind of tries to like go on this murderous rampage. I could be so wrong, but I think it's another like kind of scary family, scary like haunted house vibe. But I'm so excited to read this. I haven't read enough like gothic literature, so yeah, definitely want to get to this like in October. We'll see what happens. Something a little bit more dark academia vibes. I really want to read The Maidens by Alex McAlides. This was actually gifted to me for my birthday, and it just looks like such a good book. I'm so excited to read this. So I definitely want to get to this ASAP in October. Basically, we follow this Greek student at Cambridge University who 100% believes that her professor is a murderer. So she kind of, I think, gathers a group of people together to try and like prove to the school that he's a murderer, but I think some more like kind of fucked up shit happens. You guys know that I'm still on my way to trying to find like the perfect dark academia that is not The Secret History. So because this has kind of everything, like university setting, Greek students, evil professors, I'm more than willing to give this one a go. So I am really excited to see what this one is all about. Yeah, definitely like spooky kind of vibes, and really excited to read this. This next book actually comes as a recommendation from my friend Yana, who has recently started a booktube channel, but it is The 7 Deaths of Evelyn Hardcastle by Stuart Turton. This is a book I've had on my shelves for ages. I think I remember buying it like 4 years ago at this like indie bookshop, but it just like looked really exciting and I liked the look of it, and then since then I heard kind of bad things about it. But Yana recently read it and she was like, it is 100% like our vibe, like the murder mystery aspect, the like really like spooky shit, like the fact that it's like such a page turner, it's very much like our vibe. So I feel like you'd like it. So I'm now willing to give it a go. I think it is a big one, but I kind of trust her. So for Yana's birthday this year, she actually did like a murder mystery party, and that was like one of the funnest nights of my life. I loved it. But she was like, this book is like my murder mystery party on crack. So very excited to read this. Love that. And apart from that, I don't really know anything about it, apart from the fact that it's like set in the 1800s murder mystery, like Agatha Christie vibes, and there's something a little bit more untoward going on underneath the surface. Like, very excited to read this. Another big book I'm keen on that has been on my radar for so long, it's kind of ridiculous, is The Diviners by Libba Bray. I found this secondhand and I bought it like 3 years ago because I always wanted to read it, and I feel like the copy that everyone in the US has is really hard to find, so I'm kind of stuck with this really ugly spine. But yeah, I wanted to read this for such a long time, and I feel like October is the month when I finally do so. This is basically set in the 1920s. I think we follow like this main character who can like talk to ghosts. There's lots of occult vibes here. I also feel like this is a bit of a mystery. There's a bit of an investigation from our main character. I'm just really excited. I love, love, love everything to do with like witchcraft and the occult and Satanism. Not in my real life, just in like my literature and my storytelling. Like, I just love that vibe. I always have done. So yeah, really excited to read this. Cannot wait. So excited. On more of a fun side, I really want to read These Witches Don't Burn by Isabel Sterling. The cover is a little like young for me. I feel like I don't love the cover, but I love, like I said, I love everything to do with witchcraft. So this could be a really fun like witchy book, which I vibe with. Basically, this is set in Salem, and we follow these 3 or like 4 girls who are all like, one of them's like a witch, and she kind of has to keep her magic hidden from like non-witches. It's also sapphic. Love that. Yeah, I just feel like this would be a really fun kind of like witchy rom-com just to break up like the horror on my TBR. I just feel like this would be really fun, so I'm really excited to read this just for like some really chill, fun, read it in a day like sort of vibes. I'm also really keen on reading The Only Good Indians by Stephen Graham Jones. I actually bought this very recently because I just saw nothing but good things about it on BookTube. I honestly know like nothing about it, but I know that it follows some really intense themes. Like, it's not just your usual kind of like fun slasher like horror movie vibes. I think it just follows some more really intense themes like colonization, also maybe like some climate change vibes. Like, I'm just trying to like gather what I can from the back, but I think this book is a lot deeper than it seems to appear just from the front. So I am really excited to read this and see what it's all about, and yeah, this just looks so good. So I'm very excited. And then finally, another like more fun vibe, I really want to read House of Hollow by Crystal Sutherland. I again know nothing about this, but I think it's kind of like very dark, twisted, like modern day fairy tale, like magical realism a little bit, kind of like a bit monstrous. Yeah, we'll see. It's set in Scotland, which is fun, and yeah, I just feel like this could be a fun kind of like, I don't know, just like a fairy tale, like a twisted fairy tale. Love that. So yeah, this would definitely be something as well that's a bit more on the lighter side. So yeah, definitely excited to read this as well, and very excited to go in quite blind, because a lot of these books I kind of like know a lot about, and then others I have no idea, and I love going into books knowing nothing about them. So yeah, really, really excited. So yeah, those are all the books that I plan on reading in October. Like I said, my TBRs are not ever very strict. I don't beat myself up if I don't finish them. I'll probably read more than this. I probably won't just read spooky books in October as well. I'll just read what I feel like. So yeah, but those are the books that I'm really leaning towards and are very interested in reading in October. So yeah, thank you so much for watching this video. Let me know in the comments if you've read any of these books, or like what book you're most excited to hear my thoughts on, or anything like that. Even just recommend some spooky books for me as well that you think I should read. All that sort of stuff. Again, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you very soon in another video. Bye!
But she said, Cindy, don't cry, and I don't